Welcome to Drawsh Studio. Today we will introduce the concept of planes and how to use them to construct curved surfaces like a sphere. Before we draw with planes, we need to know what a plane is. A plane is a flat, two-dimensional surface that uses only straight lines. If we connect multiple planes together, we can create 3 dimensions. A box like this one has 6 planes. We usually see 3 of its planes at a time. And depending on how it's oriented to us, we can be more specific by saying it has a top plane, side plane, and a front plane. If we open the box up, we can also see inside planes. Planes like these are important because any form, no matter how complex, can be represented as a series of planes. This planar head might take you a good week's worth of effort to memorize, but it is simple enough to draw in any position from memory. The more planes we add, the more accurate the structure becomes. Understanding these planes helps us analyze our objects to draw them more accurately using construction. But how do we draw a complex curved surface with only planes? To help us understand, let's start with a two-dimensional circle. We need to convert the curves into a series of straight lines. We could straighten out the circle into a box, but those 4 lines don't give the impression of being round. So we need to add more lines to get the feeling of roundness. If we start at the top and draw a line, at some point the curve bends too far away to be captured by that line. I will stop there and draw another line at an angle to capture the curve. And I'll continue this all the way around the circle. Now I have an essentially round object made of straight lines. If we do this again but add more lines, I can make it feel even more round. The more lines we have, the more round it'll feel. Now let's take this idea into 3 dimensions. We'll do the same thing by trying to straighten out the curves with a few lines. I'm going to start at the top and use just enough lines to capture the basic curve of the ellipse. Then I will define the sides with 3 simple angles on either side. To make it have dimension, I need to define the planes on the inside of the form. And finally, I need to connect all the corner points together to complete them as planes. Because this sphere is a symmetrical object, we can use construction lines in isometric perspective to keep it solid. Here I can use X lines and Y lines to align the corner points of the planes. But notice something is off with my planar sphere. The sphere has 3 plane changes on top, but only 2 on the bottom. Watch here. I will use the Y lines as a guide and add a plane change to the bottom to match the top. Now the sphere is symmetrical and it feels correct. Each of these flat shapes are planes. The corner of each plane must meet at the corner of another plane. We call these meeting points of planes vertices. Every time a line changes direction, it indicates a plane change, and that must create a new and separate plane. Let's try to make this feel rounder now by adding more planes. I will start on the outside edge and add another vertex in the middle of each of the side planes to create a new set of plane changes. And a new set of plane changes means a whole new set of planes. I need to carry those vertices to the inside of the form because every vertex must connect to another vertex. And then continue those planes and vertices all the way through the sphere. Now that we've added more planes around the sphere, the middle section feels a little flat. I can fix this by adding another vertex to the top plane here. But if I add vertices to the top, I need to carry them down too. Now our sphere looks much more round and is almost complete. But the top plane still feels flat by comparison, and it is also a plane with many different vertex points. When we do planar drawing, we want to avoid planes with more than 4 vertices. Ideally, all of our planes should have 4 sides, and notice that all the planes in our sphere except for the top have 4 sides. We are allowed 3-sided planes, however, as a transition or when multiple planes meet together. And the top of our sphere is a perfect example. If we draw lines to a point at the top of our sphere, we will have a series of 3-sided planes, and every vertex meets another vertex. Now we have a complete planar sphere. It's always better to start simply and gradually get more complex, especially when you're a beginner. This way you can keep track of your lines and make sure your perspective and construction are solid before moving on to details or other parts of the drawing. Try to draw your own planar sphere, and we'll be back with more videos on how to break down complex objects as planes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to go to Drawsh.com for more information on these topics and many more. If you want to see more videos like this, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.